Hi guys, Donna here with your weekly mini reading for June 30th to July 6th, 2025. Wow, we're done with June, headed into July, and next weekend for the United States is our July 4th Independence Day weekend. So I hope that if you have plans with your family and friends, that you have a great celebration. Last week, we had Divine Timing, Romance, and Enchantment from the Healing with the Angel deck by Doreen Virtue. We had Pray from the Heart from the Radley Valentine Sword of Light by St. Michael. And we had God is Your Source from the Angels of Abundance. Our affirmation is, I do not have to prove myself to anyone but myself. So I hope you were able to work with those energies. The week before that, we had the summer solstice, right? We were in the pause, so to speak. We're reassessing, looking at what we want, how we want to get it for the next 6 months. So, taking a pause is a good thing. Sometimes we're forced to have that pause, whether we want it or not. Again, I hope you were able to see divine timing working in your life, that you were praying from your heart, that your prayers were answered, that you had a good week. It was rather hot here all week, but this week seems to be a little less intense, at least weather-wise. We're in summer, of course, so we're humid and we're hot, but last week we were just in that heat bubble, and it was just very horrendous to just walk around and be outside without trying to get heat stroke. So I hope all of you are doing well. I'm going to call in St. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel. Let's see what they have for us this week. The energies are still quite intense. I say that every week, and I believe Uranus is about to move, if it hasn't already, into Gemini, and we have the other big planets making movements, but the planets are slow because they're far away and they're very dense in their energies. So we just have to be gentle with ourselves, do that self-care, making sure we're doing what's best for us. Well, here we go. We have divine timing yet again in that same position. This time we have signs, and finally we have nature. So when we start with the divine timing card, we're continuing from last week. Everything is in divine and perfect order. You just have to remember that. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Stay the course. Keep heading in that direction. One step at a time will get you there. And remind yourself, everything is in divine and perfect order. Nothing has passed you by. You're right where you need to be. Sometimes we just have to reassure ourselves of that. The next thing was signs. So this is a week for looking for signs. What kind of signs are you wanting? You can ask your angels to send you a sign. Please, angels, send me a sign that you're around me. Sometimes you'll find feathers. Sometimes you'll hear a swoosh come in, and you'll just feel a presence. Whatever it is, watch for the signs. They're showing me to look up. So I think it has something to do with cloud formations potentially, or birds, anything that's coming from above. So watch for the signs from above. Then also watch for signs in conversations that you have with people, and also in the music that might randomly be playing. And then finally we have nature, spending time in nature, which is perfect for this coming weekend because a lot of people go to the lake, or they go somewhere where they can celebrate and really have cookouts and really have a party of some sort. So this is asking us to spend some time in nature this week, and it might happen at the end of the week, or maybe you take a walk in nature. Maybe you have a nice path that you walk on that's surrounded by trees. Just spending some time in nature will help you recenter yourself and allow yourself to really see the signs that come to you, because nature has all kinds of signs. Watch for the animals that cross your path. Watch for butterflies appearing, or dragonflies. I had a dragonfly yesterday by my car, and I thought, oh, butterfly. I mean, dragonfly, it means transformation, right? And I'm thinking, yeah, that's how I feel. I'm transforming with all of you. We're all transforming. But it definitely was a dragonfly. And so whatever dragonflies mean to you. And then just try to remember that everything is really in divine and perfect order, even if it doesn't feel that way sometimes, right? Especially when things are going wonky, either at work or in your personal life, or just everything going wonky. Today was a day of dropping things off my desk. Every time I turned around, I went to leave my desk and something would fall. So I'd have to stop and pick it up. And I'd think, you're going too fast, Donna. You have to slow down. And then finally, we have the card from St. Michael that says, you are protected. You are safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. So if you're getting caught up in any kind of fear, this is St. Michael coming in with his wings and saying, you know, I've got you. I've got you. You are protected. Your loved ones are protected. Everything is fine. It's all in divine order. And know that you're being protected, right? So you could envision, just like this card, that he's whipping his sword out and you're being surrounded by a beautiful bubble of blue light, is how I see it. But however you do, divine white light. But he is saying you are protected. So don't forget that. You are protected. No matter how it feels right now, you definitely are being protected. And I believe that he's speaking not only to you and me, but to who we love, to our country, to the world. You know, it's a little treacherous right now, and there's a lot of not so pleasant things, let's say, going on in the world, as far as like wars and bombing Mother Earth. That is never helpful. But know that despite what's going on around, you yourself are protected. Okay, and finally, from the Abundance Angels, we have Gratitude List. That's a beautiful card. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on your worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. So this is a week of gratitude. What are we grateful for? Rather than thinking of the worries, we're going to be grateful that we have our health. We're going to be grateful that we get to spend time with family. We're going to be grateful that we're recovering from some kind of injury potentially, or a health concern. Whatever it is, just start to go into that gratefulness, and that kind of helps build upon uplifting energy, right? We're trying to uplift each other. So we want to make sure that we write our gratitude list. And as we do that, we can ask, I want to be protected. Thank you. Thank you for protecting me. I'm so grateful, St. Michael, that you're by my side, that I can feel you, that when I'm in nature, I feel protected and grounded. I can see the signs so clearly that you're sending to me, and that I know and trust and believe that everything is in divine and perfect order. So let us see what our affirmation is this week. I do love these little affirmation cards. They really are lovely. Let's see. I trust in the process and flow of my life. I think we had this a couple weeks ago. I trust in the process and flow of my life. So that's pretty much what it's saying. Everything is in divine and perfect order. We need to trust that everything is flowing to us, that we're not chasing anything, and that I trust in the process and the flow of my life. It's trying, the affirmation is helping us see that we just have to allow. and we have to be open and receptive to the good that comes to us, because we deserve to have that good. So practicing the affirmation, I trust in the process and flow of my life, along with the other one, I do not have to prove myself to anyone but myself. And the one before that was, I choose what makes my heart bloom. I really like that one a lot. I choose what makes my heart bloom. And now we have, I trust in the process and flow of my life. So I suggest that maybe you work with those energies, that you work with that affirmation, that you're able to really feel your angels around you, that you get some signs, that you know and believe and trust. This is about believing in that everything is going to be okay, that it's going to turn out okay. We're not always in the best of circumstances, but knowing that God has a reason and a purpose, and that we don't always see what it is, but we have to trust and know that it's working out exactly the way that He wants it to. It's in divine timing, not in our timing. So I hope you like this mini reading. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, you know the drill. I will put in the description below all of our cards as usual, and our affirmation. If you would like to reach out to me, there's information in there on how to do that. Also, reach out to me if you need an affirmation, if you need some words of encouragement. I'm happy to help, and I'm happy to be there for you. Have a great week, and I will see you next Monday, God willing. And don't forget, this is Donna, and you're always on my Reiki Radar. See ya.